Good morning, students. Today we'll see this is the mid-sagittal section of the cerebrum. This is your rostrum part of the corpus callosum. This is the genu part. This is the body or the trunk part, and this is the splenium part. This is your septum pellucidum. This one is your septum pellucidum, which separates the two lateral ventricular cavities. This is your fornix. This is your crus of the fornix. This is the body of the fornix, and this is the column of the fornix, and this is your interventricular foramen of Monro. So this is your open cavity, this is your third ventricular cavity which is open. This is interthalamic adhesion, and this is the thalamic part. Now if you see further, if you remove this septum pellucidum, what you are able to see inside this cavity, see. So this is the ventricular cavity, or you can say the lateral ventricular cavity. The lateral ventricular is irregular shape, so it has got the anterior horn, it has got posterior horn, and it has got the inferior horn, and then it has got the middle part, it is the trunk part. So this what you are able to see right now is the trunk part of the lateral ventricle. This anterior area where you are able to go, this is your anterior horn part. So this is your anterior horn part. It is bounded anteriorly by the rostrum and the genu of the corpus callosum. This is your body or the trunk part of the lateral ventricle, and this posteriorly where it goes is your posterior horn, and the inferior horn it lies in the temporal lobe. So you are now able to see the lateral ventricular cavity. See, I am showing it, it is your lateral ventricular cavity. So what you are able to see, this you are able to see the lateral wall, or you can say the floor of the lateral ventricular cavity. So how the floor is formed. So if you see the floor, this is the superior surface of the thalamus is there. This thin line, white line, what you are able to see, and it divides into the branching pattern is your stria terminalis, and lateral to it, this elevated area is whole your caudate nucleus. So this is the head of the caudate, this one is your head of the caudate nucleus part, and this is the, you can say the body or the trunk part of the caudate nucleus, and then it goes wind round in the C-shaped pattern, and then it goes into the inferior, your temporal lobe to form what is known as the tail part. So how this looks like, again I am showing you in this. So this is your superior thalamus part, this is your fornix is there, this is the third ventricular cavity, and this is the thalamus, this is superior surface of the thalamus. What you are able to see, this thin line, elevated line, what you are able to see over here, which is getting branch over here, is your stria terminalis, this one, and this branching over here, and this area, elevated area which projects into the lateral ventricular cavity is your caudate nucleus. The anterior most part is the head of the caudate nucleus, this is the body part, and then it will ultimately continue as a tail and the amygdaloid body. So this is how in mid-sagittal section you are able to see the lateral ventricular cavity. Now in this section, see, this is your mid-sagittal section. On this side we are seeing it from the lateral side, we have exposed it from the lateral side. This is your lentiform nucleus part. This part, serrations, what you are able to see is your the corona radiata fibers, and we have further exposed this. So here you can see the other fibrous system. These are your the fibers which are communicated on the same cerebral hemisphere. So these are your association fibers which communicates the adjacent sulci in the gyri. Further, what you are able to see is this is your inferior horn which has been exposed from its lateral side. So this is the your trunk part of the lateral ventricle. See, if you see over here, this is the trunk part. Now if you trace it downwards, it goes over here. This is the posterior horn of the your lateral ventricle, and this is your inferior horn of the lateral ventricle which has been exposed. So what you are able to see over here, if you see over here, see, this is your pes hippocampus, how it looks like. This is hippocampus part, and the anterior most part of it, if you see, it looks like a claw of a, you can say this is like a claw of a lion. So it is what is called as the pes hippocampus. So this is the pes hippocampus part, and this is the hippocampus part. This triangular area which is over here, it is because of your collateral sulcus, and it is known as the collateral trigone, and this is your posterior horn. So this is this medial wall of the posterior wall which is formed by the elevation what is known as the bulb of the posterior horn, or also known as the forceps major fibers, which are derived from the your splenial part of the corpus callosum. So So this is how the inferior horn as well as the posterior horn looks when it is exposed from the lateral surface.